Hello, and welcome to Last Man Standing, which is now part of the after show for Stupid O'Clock. I'm Dan Hollifield, and everybody else needs to be brought on board right now.
Hey. Oh, how'd you? I may not hang much longer, guys. I'm going to probably start pulling a few of my shows down in a little bit and let you guys run. But John, thank you for jumping in with us. It was it was cool.
My
Uh,
honor.
uh, um, Now, just to let you know, you said you liked how we did StreamYard for HallowCon. Do you know I'd only been using StreamYard for about 7 months?
Oh, that's way more than me.
Uh, of course, I did it sneakily. All my moderators and hosts and everything, I was teaching them, hey, how about you run the show tonight? Let you run the show tonight. I'll let you run the show tonight. They didn't know it, but I was training them to run HallowCon.
Awesome. You did a great job. Did a
I
great
went.
job.
Have y'all done any other virtual cons
Me, no.
besides how? Or did Lynn?
Mm. No, she stayed with you guys. Y'all were the ones that kind of
You're
brought her to
muted,
the
Scum.
table. No, you guys were the
I
ones
forgot I
that kind
muted
of
my
brought her
mic.
to the table.
No, I was gonna say, Joe.
Yeah.
Yes, you're a great leader. We appreciate you and love
Yeah.
you. The whole liberty thing.
Yeah.
You have been told nothing. I have been told nothing, and that's coming up soon because,
You know all you need to know.
well, I thought we were gonna help them with that.
You know all you need to know.
All right, fine, calm
Sounds
down.
like a PM is in somebody's future.
Yeah.
Apparently. What I was going to say was that I know that's coming up soon because there was a discussion that was had with Jaden about that. Because Jaden was like, "Are you going to be available on this date?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure." And he was like, "I thought you had a con," and I was like, "It's not going to be in person, and I don't have to be there the whole time. If it was going to be in person, I would have been there, and you wouldn't have had me. But since they're doing it virtually, I can be at the show. Yeah, sure."
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say was Joe trained us well on that, and the sad fact was that weekend, the HallowCon weekend, I was everywhere. I was trying to do like 8 billion things at once. It was a nightmare. And we still and I think everybody was like that. Everybody had something going on that weekend outside of the virtual con itself. And we pulled it together. We made it happen. And it was amazing. Just seeing this everybody wanted to be, and then by the time we got to the end of it, by the time we got to Sunday, everybody wanted to be part of everything. It was just everybody was saying, "Oh, you did such a good job, Joe." I don't think you get enough credit. You do not get enough credit.
I know Joe doesn't get enough credit. Look, here, I've only had ops in Stupid O'Clock for 3 weeks now?
Yeah.
I've already got my own after show set up.
I'm supposed to have my own show. I don't know what Nick Talker's talking about. We haven't aired in forever.
They messaged me.
We're trying to move our show to the Scrub House show. I want to move it off of Sunday to a different date. I can't sit down with Audrey for 5 seconds. They're trying to make the right now for their career. They're not doing Uber. right? They're not doing Uber or Lyft, but they're doing that I'm gonna hire my car out for stuff. They're doing like
DoorDash.
DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, like all that stuff. And it's not. I don't think it's really working all that great for them, but they're still doing it. And as long as they're making their bills and stuff, but they're really trying to push for making Twitch. They're trying to make Twitch their thing. They're streaming right now. Actually, the only reason that I'm here for a second, but the Twitch thing is where it's that they're trying to make it into a thing, and I'm like, my thing with that is like, if you're already if you're not bringing anything new to the table as far as Twitch streaming goes, right? If you're not bringing anything new to the table, you're gonna get left behind. There's no one is bringing anything new to Twitch. The big subscribers are the ones that are already that are going to continue to climb. Everybody else is getting ignored unless you're bringing something new to the table. We are bringing something new to the table on Twitch. We're bringing something that we're bringing something nobody's seen before. Right? These kind of shows. These are new to Twitch.
Have to dash for a second.
Go for it. But like the gaming stuff, it's played out. Unless you're a speedrunner or you're doing something different, there's just no they're not building anything new off of that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get a lot of subscribers just playing video games on Twitch. I've tried to explain that to them, and I don't want to hear it. I'm like, all right, you know what? It's your life. You live it the way you want to. And don't get me wrong, I love Audrey, but we need to bring something new to the table that isn't just you playing video. Like tonight, Audrey is playing this first-person shooter tonight, right? For Pizza Jams, it's Duke Nukem Forever. Audrey's playing Duke Nukem Forever tonight. And it's like, yes, it's the 10th year anniversary of Duke Nukem Forever is tonight. Like, that game came out 10 years ago tonight. Okay, but it's not that nobody's I know our whole thing with Scrub House is that we're into terrible media and we like terrible things. We like terrible movies and terrible TV shows and stuff like that. But nobody wants to sit there and watch somebody play Duke Nukem. It's a terrible game. Even if you're making fun of it, it's already been done. Civi 11's already done an amazing Duke Nukem Forever video. Zero Punctuation did 2 amazing Duke Nukem Forever videos. Why would you do that? I just don't understand their thought process and stuff. And I'm not trying to hate on them. I'm just thinking, like, no, that's not going to interest anybody. But it is also one of those things. If they keep at it, and I mean, they're going to have to keep at it for a really long time. Keep at it. Eventually, they might be able to build an audience. We have the benefit of we're doing something new. We're doing something that is new. We're on the cutting edge of technology and pop culture right now. We have that benefit. I mean, we're getting our numbers up there. We're doing pretty good for ourselves as this show, but Scrub House is not doing great. So I think Sunday night is a bad night to do stuff. So I want to do it on Wednesday. I just haven't had an opportunity to talk to him about it.
Yeah,
John, what's up?
Skunk, I like you. Joe, you know I like you.
Yeah.
The one of the things that I see with a lot of these shows and a lot of the stuff that's going on, a lot of the podcasting is people are trying to generate things that will help the monetary value. of what they do, and they can keep the show up. I have streamlined everything down to a minimum cost, and with the thing with that is that I realize that you can do what you want to do, and it's fine. Um, I'm not a gamer. Dan, there he is. Oh, I'm not a
Yep.
gamer, so I don't know about that stuff. Pop culture, yeah, I like it. I do a lot of stuff in pop culture. A lot of political shows or pop culture shows get into their side of politics and their side of religion. Man, that's just stuff. It doesn't matter what you do, you're going to lose 50% of your viewers on any direction that you go. So
Yep.
look at a more, and this is going to sound weird, look at more what you want to do instead of what you see everybody else wanting to do. My show, my radio station, we're I got laughed at when I started an internet radio station 4 years ago. Everybody laughed at me for doing that. Internet radio is dead. Man, I've got a top 500 company that advertises with me and has their stuff on a Fortune 500 company that has their stuff on my station. Um, we play. We've got rock blocks that we do for different sponsors of the show that play music that is nothing anybody has ever heard. But we're taking those bands, and those bands are calling me, going, "Dude, we're selling songs. We're selling iTunes. We're selling Spotify. We're Everybody looks at the big ticket thing. Big ticket is awesome if you can get in that click. Think small. I would rather make 2 cents. I talked to one of the band members that has a band in London. He goes, he said we had iTunes going up, and I think they were making 2 or 3 cents a song. He said we've got Spotify showing your radio station our songs. We're making $3.99. We're making money, and it's costing us less. Now, the capitalist side of it is one thing. You're always going to have that. But the thing is, a lot of people get into this because they are thinking of, I want to make money. If you start thinking less about how much money I can make and how I can help other people, I promise you, from years of doing this, I promise you, if you change your mindset that way, you make more. And it helps everybody. I'm a conservative. Um, I keep politics and religion off of my show. I believe in
That's
what I believe,
Hmm.
and I'm just telling you, gamers are great. I love gamers. When we go to cons, I sit down and I have played some of the dumbest games I have ever played in my life. I didn't play those games because I liked the game. I play those games because of the people that I was involved with while playing those games. Everybody has changed the way they look at things as to, oh, I'm trying to do this to make money, or I'm trying to do this. Man, that's the wrong way of looking at things. I'm 57 years old, and to see a 57-year-old guy sit down with 18, 19, 20-year-old kids play the game is one thing. But when I walk away from the table or they walk away from the table, we have two totally different things that we're looking at. So, Skunk, I just sent a message to Joe. Tell me how to get in touch with this guy. Me and you can do some great things together. And by the way, your background's not up. I see the green sheet from.
Oh, I took it. I took it down for the after show. I turned it off for CPU power, and that way I can also turn off my lamp, because if I don't have the lamp on, my background gets all fuzzy and it looks like I'm on a VHS
Let me
tape, which
tell
is
you
cool for
something.
me, but it's annoying for everybody else.
I worked for Planet Hollywood, or excuse me, Hard Rock Cafe in Planet Hollywood for 24 years. I have beat that horse till it's dead on what you can do with that business. Theory of a Dead Man. Uh, it's a small band that nobody's ever heard of.
Oh no,
But
I love Theory
listen
of a
to
Dead
them.
Man.
Their music is awesome, and I promote the hell out of them. Uh, Everybody looks at big ticket things, and big ticket things are awesome if you are one of the 300, 400 members that are part of that clique. Get out of that clique and start helping smaller people. The
Yeah.
darker, the darker my horizon. Check those bands out, Scott.
Yeah.
Those are some
Mine,
guys out of England. They are awesome.
Mine Twist says
If
Theory of a Dead Man is fantastic.
They're awesome. They're great. Not one of my favorite bands, but I have very acquired tastes. As anybody who knows me could tell you. I mean, I like stuff like Devo.
yeah, I love Devo in the day.
I love
Back
Devo
when they were
now.
actually, yeah,
They're great.
I like Devo. I'm older than you, but I remember when Devo was a new band. I worked at a place in Chestnut Hill, Pennsylvania. Our house band was the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Nobody had ever heard of them. And the stuff they did then, I heard, first time I heard Anthony Kiedis sing, I said, this guy is a star. It took another 12 years before people figured that out. So, it's everybody's got their own way of doing things. Joe, you have your way of doing things. Dan, you have your way of doing things.
Definitely.
I have my way of doing things. But the thing about it is, you've got to stop looking out for what you think is your best interest. And when you look out for a wider best interest, man, you'll see it tenfold come back to you.
I do want to ask Heather's question here, and then I'm going to go ahead and jet. But have you heard of Volbeat?
No.
You would like Volbeat. Volbeat's really awesome. One of the big metal bands around the world right now. They get played on the local metal station all the time. They're great. The first time I'd heard of them, but the first time I'd actually heard them and knew it was them was this one song. And it's really short songs. This song's only like 60 seconds long. I mean, it's really short. And there's very little lyrics to it. There's like one set of lyrics, and that's it. There's just like one line. It's two lines total of this song. That's the only lyrics, and the rest of it's just an instrumental. It's the weirdest song I've ever heard. It's called Slayton, but it's awesome. I mean, it just starts off immediately. It's just nothing but just blasting drums and power chords right off the bat. And the guy he's just screaming not screaming, but like he's going into this microphone full volume, and it's right in your face, and it's amazing. And then the song starts, and it's just, it just makes it's the kind of music that makes you want to fight somebody. It's awesome. It's great. I love it. Volbeat's pretty cool. And then I heard some of their other songs, and I was like, oh wow, these guys are magical. Like, they can go off and do awesome stuff too. They don't just do the really heavy hardcore stuff. They do some other stuff too that's a little bit more melodic. Definitely check out Volbeat. They're pretty cool. Guys, man, John, thank you so much, Johnny, for showing up on the show. I subscribe to your YouTube channel. We'll talk in the future. I'll help you out with the shirt design stuff. Not a problem at all. Dan, thank you for hosting LMS. Joe, love you, buddy.
My pleasure.
I'm gonna lay down and put on Audrey's stream and pass out because I gotta work in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. And
I'll do.
And I'll see you Sunday, Skunk.
Hey, not all of us. Joe's retired.
Oh.
He's a
I'll
retired
see-
man.
I'll see you Sunday, Skunk.
Wait, Sunday?
Yes.
What are we doing Sunday?
Staff meeting. You not?
Oh,
I told-
is it Sunday?
Yes.
I didn't realize, man, this month's going by so fast already.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I will be there. I don't know about Joe. I think he has to work.
All right.
But if he
Love you
doesn't, I'll bring him
guys.
with me. Hey, you guys take care. Take care.
So, John,
Yes, sir.
Ask
I'm
a
here.
question.
so you say you like the format that we use on Stupid O'Clock? It's just free form, everything.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Believe it or not, that started years ago on when I was using Blog Talk Radio. I used to have a paranormal team,
Right.
and we used Blog Talk Radio, which gave us they would only give you 2 hours to broadcast. Well, we do a show from 11 o'clock to 1, and everybody was still hanging around. I had the studio was a portable building out back that I converted, wired up and everything, and made a studio out of it. Well, we would hang around and talk afterwards, and we thought, well, shoot, we'll just start broadcasting the conversations because we had so much fun. And that next block of 2 hours was called Stupid O'Clock because that was from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the morning when things go crazy.
Right. When the moonshine's kicked in.
Yeah. Oh, and now that I'm not on any of my channels, well,
now he's going to get me blocked.
I am known to acquire some smooth moonshine.
No, I make it, dude. Ain't there no choir to it. I make it. We
So
do
does he.
5 gallons. We do 5 gallons a week.
Yeah, I don't do that
And
much.
the cool thing about it is the sheriff of the parish, his brother, gives me the honey that I use in my moonshine. So I told the chief of police, I said, well, look, man, if I ever get busted for moonshine, I'll definitely tell them that you're where I get my honey from. So I've had no problem.
Of course, Pizza Jam is my nephew, and Pizza Jam, you do not talk about the moonshine that I acquire. Okay.
Notice how he doesn't tell me that.
Yeah.
Look,
He knows that.
I love you guys. I love
Yeah.
you guys.
Well.
I'm under an NDA.
Pizza Jam is my nephew, and he doesn't need to mention it to his grandfather.
Good deal.
But Dan will attest. The moonshine that I will hand you almost tastes like water.
It's some rather. It's a rather dangerous substance. Let me tell you.
Yep. This tested out at 110.
Well, let me tell you. What Joe Dog may or may not hand you at any random convention is probably more dangerous than deuterium under pressure.
Good deal. Good deal.
I'll put it to you this way. I've been at a convention, Johnny, and had two NASA high ups in NASA not wanting to stand up and get out of their chair.
Hey, look,
Well,
Joe.
being
you and Dan
incapable
both.
of standing up is a good hint there.
Hey, look, you and Dan both. My little radio station, the Edge Radio US, it's y'all's. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to broadcast in the evening times, that's fine with me. Y'all can set it up and do that. I've got enough sponsors to handle everything during the daytime, and they're 8 to 10 or 8 to 5 workspace. They can handle that. It's fine. Anything y'all want to do, just let me know. I'll give you passwords. I'll set you up usernames and password accounts where y'all can go in and broadcast wherever you want.
Well,
So Just stay away
I,
from religion and politics.
Now, is it if we go political, it
Don't.
is. I mean, if when we go political, we are the most moderate you've ever seen. It's
And that's how I am. That's how I am. I'm a conservative, but I'm moderate. I don't look at politics as a liberal or conservative. I look at politics as common sense.
yeah,
If you
that's
if
us.
you've got to if you've got
oh,
to spend $300 to make 5,000, I'm cool with that. If you have to spend $300 to lose 20,000, I got a problem with that.
Yeah,
So it's I was raised here in Louisiana where you pretty much everybody is vote Democrat and vote often. It just don't work for me.
yeah.
Uh,
Uh, Nick Talker says, "Do you have a radio station web feed that we can follow?"
you can download the app, the Edge Radio US. It's a rock and roll station. We play rock and roll music. We play classic rock and roll music, but then we also play rock and roll music from bands you have never heard of. And I gotta tell you, when you talk about Guns N' Roses, I've gotten bands on there that have better music than Guns N' Roses ever thought of having, but nobody's ever heard of them.
All
So
right,
we are
I'm gonna.
trying to help those guys.
All right, I'm gonna post this up here real quick. Make if I'm spelling anything wrong, say so, and
That's it.
that's it. All right.
That's it.
all right. If you need something in writing, let me know. But you have my permission to go to my band camp and broadcast anything that's on there.
Okay.
And just to give you an idea, the intro to "Stupid O'Clock" is Dan.
Okay.
The intro to what we just rolled for the Last Man Standing is Dan.
Okay.
So there's no copyright involved anywhere.
No,
Hey,
no,
you guys are
I
you
own the damn
guys are teaching
copyrights.
me. You guys are teaching me. Man, everything was StreamYard. I'd never heard of StreamYard till the last HallowCon. Uh, you guys are teaching me, so I really got to tell you, all the success of my show is from you guys.
Now,
Well,
I wouldn't have done anything without you.
yeah,
as I recall, Joe got started on StreamYard sometime around March of
April 7th. No,
April 7th
April 4th was our first broadcast.
of 2020.
Yeah.
And now he is the go-to guru for StreamYard.
Man, I come out of the shop every day. I've worked a 12-hour day in the shop to do my show on Thursday nights. I mean, you're looking at me like right now, I look like hell. But the thing
You
that my
don't look no
customers
worse than
like,
I do, old man.
the things that my customers like is I come in, I promote race events, I promote my sponsors, I promote all that stuff. I drink my moonshine, I smoke my cigars. Uh, but man, I'm a real deal guy.
Now,
Go
does
ahead.
Lynn still do her shows? I know
She
Lynn's.
does.
I know she's been under the weather.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. She's trying. She's trying.
have you
And
converted her to StreamYard?
I haven't yet because she is more uh, into the way she does things than any modifications to that.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm trying, but with the current conditions she's in, I don't push anything.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah,
we can talk afterwards about that if you wish. But I
Yes,
mean
sir.
after we're off the air.
yeah.
Um, and John, some of our best times together with the StreamYard is after the show ends.
Right.
hmm
I can believe that.
Well, that's actually the origin of this thing, because there was Stupid O'Clock, the Stupid O'Clock after show, and then the Stupid O'Clock after show that went on till dawn, which pretty much wound up being me and whatever insomniac decided to keep me talking the rest of the night. And it's this is just practice for when I retire in 32 months. And this is going to become a regular thing. But Joe is giving me permission to run his after show occasionally when he's not in the mood for being in the control seat, the captain's chair, in other words. And I'm still learning how to do all this other stuff. But
Me too.
it's one of those things. Oh, you mentioned HallowCon last year, the virtual HallowCon. Joe asked me to put a couple of pieces of music together for the opening of HallowCon, and they gave him copyright strikes off of classical music. I mean,
of course, I also fought it, and won.
Well, the cool thing about that is if you do anything on the Edge Radio US, I already pay ASCAP and BMI fees as having that radio station. So if I want to pull 40 seconds out of a freaking song and run it in a commercial, I'm already covered under ASCAP and BMI. Guys, let me tell you, I'm an old guy. I'm 57. I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 57. I have been kicked, hammered, bit, scratched, everything you can think of on this business. And one of the things I've realized and I've come to accept is that the only time you're hammered, scratched, all that stuff, the only time is when somebody sees the potential that you have to rise.
Oh yeah.
And that's when it happens to me. But since with the Edge Radio US and what we paid monthly and ASCAP and BMI fees, I play everybody's music. The problem is, and one of the funny functionalities of everything is, the only time I get hammered on is small bands. And it's not the small bands because they love that I'm promoting their music and doing things for them. It's the people above them going, well, why are you doing this for them? And I had one record company contact me and they said, hey, you've been playing our band's music, a band that we have under contract for 3 months. And I was like, hey, that's cool. That's fine. My ASCAP and BMI fees take care of that. And he's like, yeah, but why are you playing it? And
because they're like, good.
Exactly. Theory of a Dead Man, My Darker Horizons. I mean, you got to listen to those guys. Those guys are awesome. And they do not have a record contract. If it was 20 years ago, there's a band out of, I think, Norway called Naked. They've got a song that sounds exactly like everything Night Ranger did in the late 80s, early 90s. And it's better. And they're like, well, why are you playing these guys' music? I said, because it's good. And they were almost to the point of saying, well, that's not a good enough reason. So I have, with the sponsors that we have with the Edge Radio US, I've got all that BMI, ASCAP crap covered. Look, you guys, I'll send you usernames, passwords where y'all can go in and set up and run your show right now on the Edge Radio at the exact same time you're doing this, so it's live. Now, it won't cost you anything. I don't want anything for it. Man, I'm just tired. I have been kicked, and I'm right now, today, I am kicked and beat by my own family. So helping people is what I do. But if your only family kicks you down, I mean, you got to say, what the hell am I doing wrong? How bad of a human am I? So I just look at helping people.
You might want to ask, what are you doing right?
Yes, and Dan, I'll talk to you offline about that.
Mhm.
But
I
look,
figured
man,
it was one of those cases.
yeah, my whole thing about life right now at 57 years old is helping, not hurting. I want to uplift, and I'm not a huge religious guy when I say that whole uplift thing. Um, but I know what it's like to be kicked when you're down.
Well, John,
And
I'll tell you, Pizza Jams TV, that's my nephew. He's a musician. I'm going to tell you, that boy has forgot more about playing musical instruments than
Probably I have ever learned.
probably.
And I put
you
in
know,
some time.
I did
He,
too. I did too.
yeah.
I played music. I was a bass player, and the bass player is a cool looking,
You the
sexy
man.
guy.
You the man. Damn. Yeah.
But when I went to work for Hard Rock, and I am Isaac T. Grant, who started Hard Rock Cafe, I'm the only person he ever hired. Corporate hired everybody else. I'm the only person Isaac ever hired. And in the nightclub and bar business for 23 years, I learned from the best. People always talked about Planet Hollywood when they started having things with Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis, how Planet Hollywood was always suing Hard Rock Cafe, or Hard Rock Cafe was suing Planet Hollywood. Isaac T. Grant owned them both. So whenever one business would slow down, he would start lawsuits against that business to help the other one pick back up. So, I mean, I've learned the game. I've done it. I've done it. I've seen it. And we've got our little land here in Louisiana where we've got our compound and our race car business and our powder coating business, Lynn's book business. Uh, Man, I'm tired of the games. I want to start helping the little people. The little people is where it's at. I mean, that's the people that need to be helped, because most of them are just starting to get their face kicked in with shit. And excuse my language.
Oh,
But
go
that's
right
the
ahead.
one that you need. That's the ones you need to help. Don't hurt them. Help them. And with just the way things are now, that's just the absolute opposite. My little radio station, when I started the Edge Radio US, uh, everybody told me how internet radio was gone. It was exhausted. They couldn't do anything with it. WRNO, which is a big radio station out of New Orleans, ANO Radio. I can't remember what the radio station actually, who owns them, is. They told me, a friend of mine was a DJ there. He said, "Man, you can't ever compete with terrestrial radio." And I said, "Well, what?" As we've built over the years, I said, "Well, what do you look?" He said, "Man, we're in New Orleans." He said, "We got like 65,000 listeners an hour." I said, "Dude, I got 89,000 listeners a minute in 114 countries." And they're like,
Mhm.
well, we just, that's our region here. And I'm like, okay, that's where your problem is. I
Mhm.
told you in the last show that we were doing RJS Racing Equipment, which is the premier racing equipment safety supply in the United States. The owner that told me, you, for Fortune 500 company, he told me, he said, "You are the worst businessman I've ever met." And then after dealing with him for 5 or 6 months, he goes, "You may be the best business guy I've ever met. You didn't want anything when you started promoting us. He said, when I asked you how much you wanted to promote us, you said nothing." He said, and at that point, I said,
Oh,
"You're the worst." It wasn't that I was worst. I needed an anchor. And if you get a Fortune 500 company as an anchor, what else do you need? But nobody else could see that.
well, the only thing you really need is more content.
Well, and that's what I want to do. That's why I'm telling you guys, send me usernames. I'll send you usernames, password. Start streaming on the station, man. I'll let you stream whatever you want, whenever you want it.
Joe's the man
We've
for
got
that, and he is watching, but he's off screen at the moment. Actually, he's probably off to the restroom, but he's off screen at the moment. But yeah, I'm basically the fill-in Joey Bishop and Doc Severinsen
I hear you.
for Joe Dog's Johnny Carson. So
I hear you.
you know,
Man, I've picked this stuff up from you guys. Uh, at that first HallowCon, when I started watching, what was it? One of the people from StreamYard came on y'all's show. I was like,
yeah.
holy crap! What are they doing right? And I
Oh,
didn't really
they
stay
they
on.
they look to Joe Dog for what are we doing right, and what can we make better? Because he's pushing the edge, he's pushing the envelope all the way to the breaking point and beyond, and they go, oh, wait a minute, this is neat. We didn't know we could do this.
Right.
Oh, he actually had a trick. There's something to do with the green screen where you can set it to 0 density, and you can go from green screen to blue screen, and anything that is green in your feed, when you switch to blue, it turns blue. Show him the trick.
All right, hold on a minute. I gotta move my mic around to do it.
No,
All right. Point down towards my.
You guys have kept me out here for 2 hours past my show.
All right.
all right. You
Now,
see how that's blue?
Yes.
Watch
change.
Joe.
Well, it doesn't show. Okay.
You got to change the density back.
Well, it's not. Oh. Now, see how it's blue?
Yes.
What
Yes.
color is it now?
Green. Yeah, I mean, I've learned what I've learned from you guys. I mean, I follow y'all shows, I catch it on replays, I look at it at when y'all were doing it. But I mean, from HallowCon last year when I followed y'all almost the whole stream, even when y'all were tired and you've been broadcasting for hours. I followed your stream, and it wasn't because the show was that interesting. It was because I was interested in learning what you were doing, and that's one of the great things about it is you guys are pioneers, and
That's all on
I'm
Joe.
learning.
I just
I'm
follow
learning.
along.
I'm
Well,
learning.
John, we actually ran a constant stream on StreamYard. Of course, we had to reset the streams through the,
Right.
Because the platforms wouldn't allow it.
Right, but your commercials ran. Your commercials
Yeah.
ran in different. I mean, I watched it.
Yeah. We broadcast for 49 hours, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was impressed. And when the people from StreamYard actually came on your show
Yeah.
and was talking, I mean, that just blew my mind. Because I can't get them to even comment on anything I do. But for them to come in and sit in and tune in on your streams, that was unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. On Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, I guess you're on Central Time, so it would be 8
Yes, sir.
p.m. your time.
Right.
Sunday night on YouTube, the two founders have a show, and they spend 30 minutes talking with us, telling us the new things that are coming up and all that, and will interact with you through StreamYard. That's how I began noticing what I do. And I'll tell you, I've noticed that they have tuned in to our shows. Our useless, pointless talks, they tune in.
Right.
They don't comment, but they watch.
Right.
Just to see. They've learned what some of their platform can do through me.
Right. And that's what, I've got customers. We get, I don't make anything off of this. I get a WCC, whiskey, cars, and cigars. I get a WCC discount code for anybody that goes to any of the sponsors of the show that we have to buy stuff, buy auto parts, buy whatever. And some of the companies are calling and go, man, we're doing $10,000 a month off your WCC discount code for customers we never had. And I tell them, I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. But then some of those companies I go to and say, hey, I'm going to be at this event. Do y'all want to have anything there represented? And they go, yeah, we do. What costs us to do this? So, it's one of those things where everybody looks at the bottom dollar and what they can make on the bottom dollar. You have to look beyond that. And yeah, making money is great, but I'll say this again. Having a Fortune 500 company that follows you and praises everything you do is really kind of cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It allows you to do a lot. And I've learned where their limitations are as far as religion and politics. So I know what to stay away from. But like I said, Joe, you guys got me started, man. When I followed that StreamYard cast from HallowCon, and I was on that for a lot. Every now and then I'd pop up and say something, and you would mention Lynn. Man, I followed that stuff for a lot of the event that you did. Just simply because it wasn't that it was super impressive, it was because I was learning. So everything that Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars is and the Johnny Blender Show is, man, that's from you guys. So all I can do is put back into you guys.
I appreciate that.
So
yeah, I've learned tricks that StreamYard told me don't do anymore.
Right.
There's Nick.
Hi guys, can you hear me okay? My headphones being a little shady.
Oh yeah, we got
yeah.
you.
Excellent. I'm sorry I didn't want to be that young guy who interrupts people who know what they're talking about. But I wanted to stop. Yeah. Anyway, there's an inside joke going around. There's an inside joke. I started going gray at 15, so don't worry about it. Like, I got the senior discount at Denny's on my 30th birthday. I'm gifted,
Nick is 16 and Joe Dog is only 15.
Oh yeah,
I'm 63.
Oh, I'm freaking old. Not as old as you, Dan, but
I ain't far behind you, Johnny. I'm 55. Of course, I was able to. Of course, my job would let me. We had what was called the Rule of 80 for retirement. When your age and we called it time served.
Yeah, definitely.
Years of service equal 80. You would be eligible for full retirement. If you had like 30 years. Well, I had my 30 years and time served at 50.
Gotcha.
Of course, I also hurt my back at work, so I was out on workers' comp. I had two back surgeries. I'm now classified as disabled. I mean, I can barely walk. But so that's where I have all this free time to learn this stuff. But yeah, I've done tricks with StreamYard that StreamYard said, please don't tell people about that.
This could be dangerous. Yeah.
I just love what you guys do, and I follow y'all.
We're just having fun. We're just having fun. That's all.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
I wanted to thank you, Johnny, because normally when they have a guest, I try to hang back and not hop on too much.
And we're still live.
Oh, I'm not. That's why my language is so carefully selected.
Oh, okay.
But when the show stops, a whole nother Nick comes out. We all know this. But what I heard you talking about getting your lumps and helping the little guy, it's so important, and it's so rare to hear somebody from a position of gotten
authority.
There. Well, not just authority, but experience. Not giving up what got them there and looking back to build people up. And it's something I always like. The people who do it never hear how important somebody doing that, even talking about it, is to all the people who are going through their lumps. So,
Oh, Bill. Good night.
But I just, like I said, I didn't want to derail anything too much, although I probably will. But I just wanted to thank you for that philosophy. It's so important these days, and it isn't talked about enough. So, that's me getting off my soapbox.
Nick, can I say something?
Sure. Absolutely.
Thank you.
My pleasure, sir.
It's a pleasure. I like I said, you just said it. The lumps and the knocks, I had felt those for my entire life. It's nice. I just don't want to do that anymore, man. I just want to help people. And the funny thing about it is, most people don't want to be helped.
That is a thing. Some of them think they know it all, and some of them think they don't need to know anything.
Yep.
And thankfully, that is a minority.
Well,
I'm just a weirdo.
Yeah,
I'm just
Johnny,
a weirdo.
Johnny, I got the best way to describe how you do, what you do, and how you're doing it. You remember where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
And I came from nothing. I came from nothing.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
So I really appreciate you guys. And like I said, anything you need me for, anything I can help with, please let me know. If it's something that I'm physically possible for me to do, I would do it.
Yeah. But before I'm gonna have to jump out of here real soon. But HallowCon.com. Use the contact form and get with send me a email. We'll start getting the ball rolling, and we'll talk about what information you need to promote.
Cool.
You being there.
Cool. I'll do that.
All
Nick,
right.
Thank you, Dan or Don or whatever I called you the last time. I really appreciate it.
Dave.
It doesn't matter. I've been called a whole lot worse, but my name is Dan.
I know you're not the writer in the family, but
no.
If Lynn ever needs any help on how to fillet somebody or poke them or stab them or whatever, Nick Talker has the Historical Fencing Guild on YouTube.
Cool.
So
yeah, I've spent the last 20 years helping people who are either disabled or have endured trauma like rape.
I'm not going to get to sleep
Learn how
tonight.
to sword fight to build back up. I'm about empowering people, and that's kind of what my whole one of my shticks has been. You can't make it with one line.
What really threw me was Johnny's wife is obviously named Lindsay, and so is mine. And when Joe said that, I go, now wait a minute. Lindsay and I met each other in a serial killer chat room. We already know this shit.
See, I'll just help you, handle the immediate problem. Clean up, you have to talk to Dan.
I got spare shovels.
And impossibilist.com there is Blake Wilson from up in Nashville. Oh, by the way, congrats on the new car.
Oh yeah, the van. Yep.
Yeah.
The piece of convention history from here in Nashville.
Yeah. Yeah. Blake's actually will be somebody at HallowCon. Blake is my left-hand man for the convention.
And also the man who picks him up off the floor. We told this story often.
Yeah. Chris Walker is my right hand. He's the left hand.
So anything that needs to be kept in the shadows, Blake does.
Yeah, Blake's the shadow.
I have this urge to send you a little black knife on principle. You know what I mean?
He probably already has
one. Beyond the shadows. Whenever you want to go beyond the shadows.
Let's see if I can find my black knife.
Actually, Dan, this comes through your channel, Felix Q from Germany.
I've used that one. It's a great trainer.
Mm-hmm. And he asked what we were talking about. Felix, I'll tell you right now, this is a show about nothing. So if you figure out what we're talking about, you're doing better than us.
Yeah, you got one up on us for sure.
Felix, it changes from moment to moment. But it could go on one single subject for hours. But usually we're just going on, and as quickly as an idea comes into our heads, we change the topic.
Yeah. And he says, you know him? You met last summer in Paul's Bar.
Now, wait a minute. I didn't go anywhere last summer.
Maybe 2 years ago.
Paul's Bar. Now we might have met Larry. We might have met in Larry Never chat room, or we might have met online. But you're gonna have to qualify that one, Felix.
Felix is doing the thing called baiting. So I have a really good feeling. Because a man from Germany met you last summer at a bar, even though we don't get out of the house for a year.
Well, the problem is that I know several people from Germany that I talked to online, but
is he doing it masterfully?
Baiting, probably, yes.
Possibilities. You kind of look like Brian Hill. You know Brian Hill.
No insults without evidence, gentlemen.
I'm just asking about their baiting skills. You know, it's hard to get somebody into an argument or a discussion without the right skills.
Those minnows really wriggle a lot when you're trying to get the hook in.
Well, a crawdad will pinch you right back if you're not careful. But
I know. Worms are the best. They just go right on in there.
Felix says it's not a bar; it's a live stream called Paul's Bar.
Well, I have been lots of places. I'm sorry, Felix. I'm sorry, Felix. I'm old. My memory is failing me. Hoping it's not a pre-symptom of Alzheimer's.
We can get wherever you need to go.
Dudes.
Those are not going to help with my memory. Those are not going to help with my memory. You keep those away from my forebrain.
This is how I train. Keys are on the lock.
That is a training device right there with the lock pigs you showed earlier.
Here's my torsion wrench. Where did my... Okay, well, I don't really need the fancy ones because I have paper clips. As long as you have a good torsion wrench.
Hey, guys, let me tell you, I've got to get out of here. Lynn just stuck her head in the door and said it's time to come in.
I want to thank you, and I know Joe Dog will as well.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
You have been just so absolutely wonderful.
Oh yeah! Wow.
And he's gone.
Quickly as he was here, he's gone.
I usually have that effect on women.
I still do.
We brought out the lockpicks and he left.
I know, he's like, you're not breaking into my house.
Hey.
We said we like you. You don't have to worry about it.
Have you ever been presented with one of those old-fashioned little devices that Unfortunately, the name of which is totally vacated my forebrain at the moment. So,
Ancient
Possibly?
Devices, lambskin condom.
Oh,
no,
no.
it's something that a smart man would carry a lockpick to deal with. Chastity belt, that's the word.
I have not had that encounter, thank goodness.
Well, let me tell you, an arc welder is not the kind of thing you want to use to open one of them buggers.
Nice.
I'm going. Now, I wonder if that's a standard lock or if that's a warded lock. Like, my brain is actually spinning up on how to pick the locks on a chastity belt because you just put, like, a physical puzzle problem in front of me.
It depends on whether or not it's on the Discworld or
You're
medieval
picking upside
times.
down, or it's like that's kind of now my head's kind of going too.
Yeah,
if you're picking it upside down, you might be doing something correctly, but it can distract you.
How good is your concentration? How good is your concentration?
I can't believe this is not the after show.
You know what happened is you looked on the glory of one of my streaming shirts, because I only bring out my best Hawaiian shirts for streaming, you know, the kind where you turn off the lights and it still brightens up everything. But
I used to have to play Watermelon Man in the high school jazz band.
All right. For our Twitch streamers, I'm going to post a link to Dan's page here.
Okay. Joe's going to jump ship.
Yeah, I'm about to jump ship.
Get on out of here.
I got to say, okay, yeah, it is a clickable link. If everybody would holler at me real quick, and when y'all make that jump over to Dan's channel, because the HallowCon online Twitch is fixing to shut down. The stream's about to end there. I'm gonna tap out for the night. I got a couple things I need to do, and then I'm gonna hit the bed.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're really.
50
ways to leave your live stream. Oh, it's only midnight. Good grief! I got another hour. I got another hour before I have to lock the door of my lab and sleep for 2 hours.
Think about going to bed?
Oh, no. I never think about going to bed. I just here in the chair.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much the same way. The bed's like 4 feet that way.
It's about 6.5 that way, but still, it's not far. Okay.
It's optional, but the company is outstanding.
Yeah. So I want to say goodnight.
Where my machine is.
Say goodnight to all our.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Twitchers.
I don't know if you can see the design. It's a phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's neat.
Yeah, I've been playing with making soap because my girlfriend used to have a soap making business. So there's another one, another phoenix.
What are you using for the mold? Are you carving directly, or are you using like?
I'm using pre-existing silicone molds.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Cool. I was just curious because that's really nifty.
Mm-hmm. All right. It just takes forever to cure because it's so fine. But Joe, have yourself a good night.
I'm gonna have to make an emergency trip to the little boy's room. I shall return. You two behave.
Yeah.
That's a negative ghostwriter.
Dan, I'll hang around till you get back. I'm saying goodnight to the Stupid O'Clock channel, so we'll catch all y'all.
Catch you on the flip side, as they say.
Saturday night at 11 p.m. See, you can say I'll catch you on the flip side. I can't because that's somebody else's trademark, and you're affiliated with that. Yeah,
I'm affiliated.
Yeah. All right. So good night, everybody, on the Stupid O'Clock Facebook. Everything will be fully under Dan Hollifield's channel as of now.
All right, let's blow this place.
You know,
I did it this way so they can't actually pull the pins out if anyone gets a hold and plays with them. But yeah, molded off a legit one. So I got it from the 501st. So
nice.
Yeah, they were having a yard sale.
I'm sorry, the 501st yard sale is something that just hurts that I just found out exists. Go on, Joe. Sorry.
A lot of conventions, yeah.
I've got into watching on YouTube the people that die inside.
Oh, when something happens, yes.
Yeah. And there was this one, the guy was at the Disney Star Wars thing, and there was a First Order stormtrooper standing there, and the guy was going, and this went on for like a minute or two, and the guy finally looked at him, dropped his gun down, and says, "If there's one Jedi left in the universe, it's not you."
And you could just see the guy.
I don't know, because I fell out of the chair backwards laughing.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. Hilarious, but just horrible.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad. I remember that one.
I'm going to have to remember that line.
You'll need it at some point. That just has that.
That's the kind of nerdy way you'll need it.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: how many of you guys walk up to one of those automatic sliding doors and still go?
Every time I pause and I do the full old school Obi-Wan. Alec Guinness. Not you gotta if you ever get too old to do that, no.
Put you in a home.
Yeah. It's like anytime I see two doors that don't have the receiver thing in the middle, and I can throw them open like an angry Miss Parker, just like, BAM! What? I'll do that anywhere. Just anywhere. You just have to know for sure so you don't walk into it.
I do the double doors thing, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like me with the automatic doors. I'll walk up to just within reach, and I'll go.
He came back and echoed. He echoed. That's awesome.
You echoed exactly what I said with almost exactly the same stop. Just like that's scary. Now I don't know why we end up talking for all hours. Nah.
Is there somebody behind your curtain?
No, you see, with the headphones on, I can have my ceiling fan at full speed.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't sound like it does stuff. Oh, no, you're fine. But the other thing that's behind my curtain is like a
Lydia.
Well, yeah, she's over there.
Well, it looked like somebody. It looked like somebody was back there for a second and then pulled it to the side. So.
Oh, you may have seen a family portrait or something, but
there's people back there.
I had
family.
I had YouTube dig me for copyright because there was a tapestry I got at a yard sale. One of those like hand cross-stitched tapestries of a Renaissance painting. Some poofy musketeer by like a beer barrel. And they actually struck me for it because they watched me so carefully.
How?
I have no idea. It's all done
by bots.
It's all done by bots.
Yeah, it's all robots.
And because I involve fencing and instruction, they put me. I've used keywords like knife training. I've had occasion to discuss the Second Amendment where knife rights are involved. So I get watched real careful. They basically treat me like I'm one of the gun channels. And it's...
That's weird. I write spaceport bar stories, so I wonder how I'm able to get away with drinking a beer.
I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. They just... Well, remember, I have upset a lot of people in my life. So, sort of like whoever gets on Brian K. Morris's show to thumbs down him. I have people who watch to try to find something and report it.
Yeah, I was that way for a while. And even in the convention world 2 years ago, I was that way. I had people call venues to get me canceled, so yeah, it happens.
Well, it's one of those. If you don't have enemies, that means you haven't stood up for anything, and
Yep.
Joe. Apparently, I stand up for every damn thing.
Hey Joe, a HallowCon moment because of gamblers. These will be my cards that I take with me.
Uh,
That is nice. Did you do that yourself?
No. These are bicycle. I got them while they were. Yeah, they're
Lucky
basically
finds then.
yeah.
bicycle.
They're
They're
basically Illuminati.
Oh,
So yeah, so I'll be carrying those with me during the con. I won't have any tricks in there or anything. I'm not like the shaman or anything from my group, but look at that. I'm name dropping.
Dan, do you remember when me and Donna came down and stayed at Anacrocon before we were promoting HallowCon?
That would have been 2016.
Yeah, something like that. I go to a steampunk convention dressed like an Old West gambler.
It makes sense. The Old West was still Victorian.
And what I say is I don't get all this newfangled technology. Ain't nothing somebody can't handle with a deck of cards and a hidden pistol.
Exactly.
And I mean I had an old school style deck of cards.
Stay strapped or get clapped.
You know,
There you go.
and my pistol, my little Derringer, was inside my in my suspenders, to where I could just sort of reach up, scratch my shoulder, come out with a Derringer.
And that is one of the more awkward places to put a Derringer, but it works.
The solution is more Derringers, so I'm gonna get in trouble.
Just put them everywhere.
All right, guys, I'm gonna. Hey, John Hines just jumped in.
Oh, hey, John, how you doing?
Hi.
Is John one of those that you'll say, "All right, I'll see you in the morning"?
Yeah, John's one of the maintenance men at work at the factory. I don't know if you're on day shift tomorrow or not. I don't remember whether you're on DTO or if you're on rotating shifts. I really have not seen you, so I think you're on rotating shifts. And hey, if you're there in the morning, I'll see you then. If not, I might see you Monday.
And I'm gonna say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
No, y'all can hang here. I'm leaving. Good night.
You have us trained. Like
pretty much.
It's call and response, and then Joe said, "Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody."
Nerdy bone dice.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah,
I
picked them up when they were on sale. I can't even remember the.
Twitchy
I think D20 Collective.
He just wanted to see if we were talking about him while he wasn't in the room.
You said that, Nick. You said we have you trained, and then I hit the button. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You said that, and I stopped to see Goldie Hawn dancing in the back of my mind for a second, and then
And somewhere Pavlov is salivating.
But ladies and gentlemen, I do have one of the best dice bags ever.
I love that.
Wonder Woman. Yep, Batgirl. It's awesome. I love it. It's like my favorite dice bag. Bye, Joe.
So,
he'll be back in 2 minutes.
Blake, what do you play?
Nothing right now. I was supposed to start a small D20 campaign with one of my cousins, but that kind of fell through because of between my work shift and dating and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But eventually I am going to be doing Star Trek Alliances with him. And we have all the plans and stuff. I got to get some styrene stuff printed for for the floors of the ships, and he has a 3D printer. He's going to be printing like the consoles and the parts and stuff. And we have a hilariously named. I've already snagged it on Facebook. Our video podcast is going to be called Borg Daddy Space Master BDSM.
Oh,
Oh my God! Please share that to me, because like my memory is
I
a
will.
sieve. Because that just
Yeah, I got to make logos and stuff for it. But yeah,
one of my neighbors would really enjoy that. But,
Yeah.
that's.
yeah.
I ask because I'm kind of looking. Well, one,
he knows too.
I was advertising the Hybrids RPG for Luke
Mhm.
Stone on this channel called Red Valkyrie, and they're like, "Would you come back and run a game in general?" And they
I
got
saw you
Bammy to.
posted.
And I don't know. Are you familiar with Basic Fantasy?
I am not, as far as like the game style goes.
Well, it's a game system, and because I grew up with the old D&D Ugly Dragon books, like
Mhm.
the black box, the new easy to learn. That is
Mhm.
my origin story in D&D. Thanks, you Satanic Panic, because they were throwing stuff away, and I found it. But
Mhm.
somebody, and Gary something, I can't remember, took 3.5 and streamlined it to where it feels like the old system. He calls
That's
it basic.
interesting.
Yeah, he calls it Basic Fantasy. Everything is free to download in PDF. The books are only $5 at the most. The core book is $5, and he's got a whole library going now where the only one that's higher than $5 is the hardbound of the book, and that's like 13.
That's
And it
crazy
is,
cheap.
yeah, it is amazing. And anybody I know who's a gamer because I always get roped into, hey, Nick, want to run a game? Sure, when?
Mhm.
Got 15 minutes? That's how I got making up systems, because at times I'd be out and I have my own books. But I was wondering if you'd looked into that, because I'll be running that on Wednesday nights for a while on Red Valkyrie's channel. And like I said, I was just wondering, it's one of those where anybody who's willing to make a good game cheap enough the poor kids can get into it.
Yeah, exactly.
I always talk up,
Yeah.
oh, my fez is showing, isn't it? It's like I'm growing a fez right now.
Yeah, I salute anyone who can make a game that everyone can get into for under $20.
Oh yeah. Then you need to go to my you need to follow me on Amazon, because I loved BattleTech and I loved Cav. I don't know if you know Cav.
I know of, yeah.
Okay. And I hated that was expensive, so I made a whole system around that. And the quick play version is $1 on my site.
That's awesome.
Because I wanted something I could play with my son and with special needs folks. And it got to the point where I literally would play matches of that while people were arguing about BattleTech rules. During like tourneys, I had a little table set
You were holding full games while they were arguing about placement and setup.
Yeah. That would have blown up. That would have. They're arguing about it. I'm like, hold on, they're arguing here. Well, it's your thing. I don't care. It's not that big a deal for me, but they're all passionate here. Play a full game, blow up 3 or 4 mechs aside, and then, are you guys done? Yeah. Get back to the BattleTech game. So yeah, look it up. If you're interested, I'll send you stuff. But
yeah.
Because I was broke and I ended up having to make my own minis, so...
Well, we do have a big convention coming up in October. Maybe we can play some rounds.
I hope to. I
know we got to get your scheduling and stuff together, and I understand.
Yeah, really. But now, you were talking about minis. I was going to go, what do you cast the pewter yourself, or do you repurpose something else?
I actually do know how, and I did for a while, but I was borrowing. I don't own my own hot pot, so I was actually casting like aluminum, old pewter pieces, whatever I could find. I had friends. It's like, save me your sprue. What? Just save me the sprue. But no, when I was real little, I would go to the comic book shop, and I couldn't afford to buy anything, but I could get the Casket Works catalog that had all the fantasy miniatures on one side and the big robots on the other. And I couldn't afford the robots either, of course, because, whatever. But I would save all the square stock from the fireworks sticks on the 4th of July, wander the whole neighborhood, get a big bin of it, clean it up, and hand make and glue approximations.
That's
And it
awesome.
was, yeah, I absolutely love it. And now, I do a little bit of 3D stuff, and I'm designing my own. That's sort of the whole. I want to get those out, but wow, shoot, for the last 10 years, I started in '07, and things really got rolling about 10 years ago. I've been selling my handmade minis, like buy the dowel rods and then the rules, until 2020 nuked everything. But
Yeah.
I'd sell the here. You got to glue the wood together yourself in little. A couple of the neighbors thought I was involved in something illegal because they saw me with the little tiny Ziploc bags. But it's like, no, no, no. Put a washer for the base, the wood pieces I've cut out. You understand how to put it together? There you go. Here's the rules, So yeah, I'm always looking for people to game with and have fun with, and I try to share cheap or free things because we need more of that. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to
Oh
steal
no.
Dan's show. It's just
Oh no, not at all. I'm just glad that Blake, this is Nick. Nick, this is Blake. Y'all gonna have fun together.
We have been on so many shows where
we've been on like 6 or 7 shows together.
I know, but
well, we're usually both being quiet while someone else talk. The middle of sentences interrupts the start of theirs, and after a while, it's like I'm almost.
I know you just sit back like this.
Well, I did that for a while. Then I started getting bored and start whiteboarding people. Like, hi, how you doing? Sorry, they're ignoring us, so we'll just do that.
I know. I need to get OBS up and running over here.
Oh, me too.
Oh no, literal whiteboard. Like I have a dry erase marker, and I'd literally be like,
I actually have something. I got this at Insert, not so like versus convention here, but a convention in Kentucky. Oh, hey, me. And this is pretty awesome. If you can find a copy of this.
Ooh.
So basically, I'll do a couple. Like on one side, you have a tower.
Yeah.
And on the other side, you have a dungeon. But if you get real close, there's even weather patterns and stuff.
I love that so much.
And there's tons of cards. Like, so many.
Oh. See.
And you just basically just flip cards and reverse the order and have the towns face different ways. And then you basically draw roads in between them to make a world map.
See, that's so cool. I love stuff like that. We play a lot of Carcassonne.
This is being recorded, so everyone. SCG, yep.
Copyright.
Yeah, 2016. So if you can find it, like a guy who wrote I bought his book as well. I have it floating around here somewhere. He was selling these
for the wrong computer. I was about to tell you guys about a mapping program, but it's on the other computer, and I can't copy from that to this.
What's the name of that again?
World Architect Cards. Like he was selling them for like 10 a deck, and I grabbed a couple and gave one to a friend, and like they're super hard to find right now, but honestly, you could come up with a similar idea. I don't think you'll frown upon it because it was super low stock. So I don't even know if they're even made anymore. And have you ever wanted a card game in your pocket? Look at that.
Yes.
Have you ever seen these?
Yeah.
You can buy the complete sets for like $49.99. They come in like a little fanny pack, but it's like 8 games. Like I have Bust, Dig. Let me dig through the drawer of everything. I got. Sorry if I get us kicked off. Nut. It's squirrel, guys.
Hey, it's a squirrel. This is natural. It's a food product. Hey, if there's a problem, it's with them, not us.
Really? I don't know. I don't know where the other ones went, but I got a ton of random.
Yeah, see that is so funny because like I have I got into microlight gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a one-sheet RPG that basically took the old school D&D rules and turned it into a like JRPG style like dungeon crawler.
Nice.
And Big Stompy Robots, I make. Oh, that's a nice knife. I like that.
Smith and Wesson. It's not too bad.
Oh,
All
Smith &
right.
Wesson makes a good knife.
The thing that I was trying to find on the other computer is a Pro Fantasy software mapping program.
Yeah.
I can't remember the
Far
name of it,
Raz.
but during
There we
the
Sweet.
lockdown, they were selling their program for $22,
Oh, not bad.
and I went ahead and got a copy. But it turns out it doesn't do what I wanted it to do. But it would be great if I was starting from a blank page.
Mm-hmm.
Spy.
Ooh.
This is like a spy mystery, and there's only like 8 cards or something like that, 10 cards that rotate, and then every person holds 3 different cards, and then someone's a spy.
I love that because it's so. Well, they're the size of gum sticks, and
Yeah, it's called Pack-O Games. That's pretty awesome. They're up to like 3 collections now. This is one of my favorite multi-knives. It's like, sorry, it's so bright and gold. This isn't actually what you think it is.
hold on. There we go. Can you show that again?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It says
Thrive in the urban jungle.
So it has scissors. It has like a nail file.
Oh, I like that.
This is like a grooming one.
Yeah.
It has a nice comb.
I dig that. That's cool.
Yeah, I got it at like the Tennessee State Museum for like $12.
Well, it's like, by now you've seen this. This is it used to have
signaling mirror. Just a little bit of everything.
Yeah. No, I'm all about it because my everyday carry is a Cricut minimalist, and for years it was
that's a lovely one. I love them so much.
And this one had gears painted on, but I wore it off. It was a gift from my wife because the handle and the sheath glow in the dark. And I had a black minimalist that I carried for like 5 years, and I lost it. And I recently found it, and it was soaking in WD-40. This right here spent the last year and a half outside, exposed to the elements.
I saw that photo. Yes, I did.
And I still haven't taken like the little bit of filing. These are the best knives in the world. And it's funny because I actually put my neck knife on before I put my glasses on in the morning. They're all on little, I have these little hooks right by my bed, so it's, it goes on my glasses, and then I go about my day. But
my first wife used to criticize me when I put my hat on before I put my pants on.
It could be worse. You could put one pant leg, one sock, one shoe, one pant leg, one sock, shoe, like some sort of sociopath.
I'm not that OCD. I am OCD, but not that OCD.
Oh,
no.
I have all sorts of random stuff in this drawer. The original pouches for my character, Nash the Clan.
Nice.
I don't wear them anymore. It's too hard to get on with the belt.
Carbon fiber knife.
Oh, yeah.
Sent for me a buddy. This actually came like a week after I lost my neck knife. Because he's like, dude, I can tell you have the shakes. Like, because I was so used to it being right there. It just, that was like one of the worst things that happened right around end of 2019, early 2020 period. That like destabilized me, which sounds ridiculous, but it's like.
Now you're airport ready.
I have, with your son, he's a pretty good storyteller when he settles down and gets focused, right? He can tell you all sorts of yarns. Have you ever used Rory Story Cubes?
No, I know.
They're cheap as heck now. Like, they have all sorts of different pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when do you use a flashlight? Oh, it was nighttime. And then, is that an alien or a man? Kind of thing. I love these things. I have so many different sets of these too. I even have some Batman ones floating around here somewhere. But I love these. Like, I have a whole tube full of them. And yes, that is a pog tube.
A jar of dice. Yes.
Of dice.
Your architect cards, I'm sending the link. have been picked up by Drive Through RPG.
Nice.
So it looks like you can get them for $15.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
I don't know if they're still there, but it's the whole. And while I'm here, because I want basicfantasy.org. Yeah, I'm gonna send you the link for Basic Fantasy, because especially if you're dealing with kids, this is all free, and if you have access to a printer, they.
I work for Kinko's.
Oh yeah, that's right. Duh.
I'm wearing the FedEx office uniform right now.
Yeah, there are no printers there. He'll have to reach.
I bought 3 decks. So if you make it, this is yours.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's sealed still crispy. BasicFantasy.org.
What day? Yeah, what day is it in October?
The last weekend of October. It is 29, 30, and 30, 31, and 1st.
See, my old man's birthday is at the end of October, so that's why I'm watching. But it's not that close to the end, so it should be good. I want to. It's
29, 30, 31. Sorry, yeah. So the 1st is on a Monday.
And let me do, because I can set. I'm enjoying sending folks stuff, and anybody who's watching, contact us. We'll send you any of the links. It's just from inside StreamYard. I can't comment on the comment feed, but I'm all about supporting. Like, believe it or not, I wasn't that big a comic guy. I mean, like, I liked independent comics because those were the ones I could afford for a long time, because they were the ones in the discount bin. So it's sort of like you start out with Gen 13 and stuff, then you start looking at the modern stuff and it just the mainstream feels dry. But I've been a gamer for much longer.
Nick, you're putting your links in the private chat rather than the public chat.
Well, you can't. It won't let us.
It won't let us put them in the private. That's what I was saying. It won't let us put it in the public chat.
Well, since let me try a little experiment here. Ta-da!
Nice.
You have the power.
I am.
I'm not a huge Star Wars guy, but I gotta celebrate. I gotta celebrate the bad guys.
Oh. All right, now if you two could amuse yourselves harmlessly, I'm still getting used. I'm still getting used to these dentures, and I have about reached my limit. I need to go.
Yeah, take them out and then do your gargle.
I need to take them out and rinse them and put some tablets in the damn thing. So it might take me 5 minutes. I don't know.
It's all good. We got all sorts of shenanigans here. Especially since
there are shenanigans galore. I just put my regular link, and let me because I have to ask you this: does the phrase "zombie mecha" appeal to you in any way, shape, or form?
Yes,
leaving the inmates in charge of the asylum.
Let me see what's in my book. There is a book. There is a book series that I listen to. Let me go into my audiobooks real quick. Google, where are you at? I forget where it's at now. In play, they keep messing with me. All right, I'll just go into Play Store. It's somewhere in there. There is a really, really good book series about mech drivers who become zombies. It's called Dead. Is it Dead Mechs? But they're called Deaders, and it's actually really cool. I listened to the first book. I need to go pick up the other ones. Let me see if I got my. How do I see what books I've been reading since they changed this crap on me?
What, through Kindle?
No, through Amazon. Through Google.
Oh, I don't know. I'm yeah, I don't. Oh, cool. I have my original folding proxies.
Let's see.
If you-
Access to your library in the app.
There you go.
Books.
This
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, here's the fun part. When people ask me how long have I been doing this, I can hold that up.
You can whip out the 2007 copyright. That's awesome.
But yeah, I wrote a book set in the universe of my Big Stompy Robots thing called Eyes to the Sky, and it includes a solo play variant where droids that infect other vehicles with nanoviruses that turns them into the infectious droids.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's great because it reshapes the mech with the person still trapped inside. So if you
That
like it, just that, yeah.
yeah,
So
I'm down for that. Let's see. What
and
is
this
this?
isn't me trying to make a buck. This is me just going, hey, you might enjoy this. That's
Ex-
let's see. Oh, cool.
Let's see.
All
In
sorts.
progress. What is the name? Yeah, it's called Dead Mech by Jake Bible, and basically it's one of those. The world's coming to an end, but the military is you know suiting up with mechs, and they even have spots where like a mech has like ripped its own arm off and is using it as a weapon against like the armies and stuff. It's pretty wicked. It's kind of gruesome. Definitely not for children, but it's still pretty amazing.
That's awesome because it looks like right now on Amazon that is free. The first one.
You should grab it.
No, I just did. Cause
Okay.
like, and like that sounds way too much fun. And I am. Oh, he's got a couple.
Yeah, there's a
He's got a.
trilogy in the Apex series, and like if you do audiobooks, it's pretty cool. If not, the regular reading is awesome too. But yeah, it's
Oh
pretty.
yeah.
It's for people who don't like zombie stories, but are still
Gotcha.
that are interested in the idea of zombie stories. But it's like mechanical and gritty and literally people covered in oil and a little
Oh
bit of
yeah.
a little bit of sexy shenanigans, things like that.
Well, see, that's the. I don't know. I used to hate zombie movies for the same reason, like the Jaws movies kind of annoyed me with how stupid do you have to be? There's a shark out there, it's killing everyone. Or,
Hmm.
that people and then I went through 2020 and now I have lost all faith in humanity in a certain style. Where
I
where
understand.
like, oh wow, I guess I thought too highly of people. Okay, lesson learned. But
I
yeah,
understand all too well.
but yeah, see that's I'm kind of on a one man war on both gatekeeping as a rule. I hate gatekeepers because it's a subset of bullies,
Yeah,
and
it,
just
it's it's the gatekeepers are. This is lie, which I think is hilarious. Gatekeepers are the nerds that wanted to be bullies but couldn't when they were in person, because
yes.
you'll see a few gatekeepers in person. Like, oh, I
Hmm.
remember when D&D 1.0 was the best thing ever, or whatever. And
Oh yeah.
luckily they're on their way to nursing homes at this point. But but
Well, yeah, no.
everyone else is literally doing it online. You won't step up to me, in person when you're telling me that my idea of a futuristic character is, wrong because it's different than yours. Like, basically, yeah, no one's gonna do that to any of us.
I've had a few. I've because I'm a very like 99.9% of the time I'm an incredibly laid back, unassuming kind of guy. I
Yeah.
mean, big dorky smile, Hawaiian shirts because the world's too dark. It's almost like a reverse version of why Johnny Cash always wore black. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't wear black and stuff very often, even though I might like to, because the world needs like a chance to have something to smile. You know, but and then they find out about the 1% that isn't sociable, and they leave me alone because like I'm usually when I'm out, I'm with my son. I go everywhere with my son because of my situation, and you know it's one of those don't please. I got my kid here. I want to make a good example. Please
Mm-hmm. I
don't
don't
let
want
me.
to. Yeah, I'm not going to be the guy who puts you down until you're cowering in a ball. You know, because that teaches him the wrong things.
Thing.
Definitely.
I want him to be better than me. Oh, what's up?
We've got about 15 minutes, and then I'm
gonna
going
do
to
a
have
little
to go to bed. No, I'm going to have to play the end credits.
Oh yeah, the end
But
credits do take like 10 minutes. So
no, they
Hey,
take
they're great credits
take
though.
3 minutes
they're
and
fun.
50 seconds, or 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Yeah, and I wrote them, so.
And you know, if you pause it at the minute 59 point, there's a secret link to play Galgo.
Ooh.
I want to see how many people I get with that. You know,
That would
like,
that'd be like a Homestar Runner thing.
Yes, someone who understands the importance of being a shady missionary. I mean, mercenary. We do bad stuff, but
No, you do good stuff. You just do it for bad reasons.
no, I do
You're
bad stuff well.
you're
Hey,
you're a mistakenary.
Hey, I'm not dangerous. I'm dangeresque.
Jumps out of the explosion.
That sounds like somebody that'd be wearing one of those pairs of dancing shoes or something. But
Big aviators, the yellow
Yep.
reflective aviators. Now, if you want to know dangeresque, you need the yellow reflective aviators.
And hilariously enough, my girlfriend owns some of those DVDs. I'm like, yes, we connect on a spiritual level now.
Oh yeah.
well, yeah, that's why she's your girlfriend.
No, you chose right, man. That's
Yep.
I know I got my. I know
The
I
universe
I married the
occasionally
right woman.
gets shit right.
When she found out there was a strong bad game on the Wii and like managed to get it downloaded for me. So yeah, you know. Oh.
Oh my goodness. It takes more than Listerine to cut through Polytech, let me tell you.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
you
sitting
still
here
got.
gargling with goo gone.
Oh, no. I may have to get out the
Gonna have to get a spatula out.
no, I was thinking more of hydrogen peroxide, but you know,
Well,
after a few beers, I'm going, no, you really don't want to try that because H2O2 is not one of those things you want to ingest. And I'm going, have you ever tasted that crap? You wouldn't want to ingest it anyway. It tastes like, well, there is a nasal secretion that it tastes exactly like.
Yes. Oh.
Good Lord. And don't ask me how I know, because I've had sinus problems all my life, and sometimes I don't get a chance to use a Kleenex. I have to just spit. God, that was too much information.
Oversharing, roughing the listener, 3 beer penalty, you're cooler. Anyway, sorry.
I had to drink 3 more. Shit, I don't know if I can do that.
You'll sleep really well.
Yeah.
You know,
I wake up in the morning.
When you were talking about having something, I'm like, I know several fairly powerful solvents that you tend to, recreationally enjoy at points. You know,
I
very
think I'm
moonlight
I think I'm recreationally enjoying one at the moment.
Yeah,
recklessly enjoying one at the moment. Yeah, that's closer to reality.
That's awesome.
Still got one more day work. I finished all the critical quality tests on the stuff that we ran 14 days ago. And I was supposed to do a 7-day test, and I just finished the last one at 14 days.
Whoops.
And they're going, oh, yeah, well, the 30-day tests are due exactly the same time. We're going to run another 3 days worth of this stuff. And I'm going, you haven't thought this through, have you?
You see, there are only 2 brain cells, and then they bounce around, and every so often they go, ping! And that tells them to inhale.
Wait a minute, ping?
Yeah.
Well, are we giving birth now? Tell me you got the joke.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was thinking panda bears. I'm sorry.
No. You know, the machine that goes, the most expensive machine, the one that goes, ping! Come on, your wife's British.
Oh, God.
She's probably distantly related to somebody on that cast.
I've got this thing that goes ding, and it will also microwave popcorn at 50 meters, but I never know when to quit. So
the first scene of Life of Brian, Birth, Chapter 1.
Oh,
where she's about to give birth, and it's like, get all the machines, get the most expensive machine in the building, the one that goes, bing.
She doesn't like Monty Python. She also doesn't like
Mr. Bean.
Hill. Oh, I don't like Mr. Bean. I love.
So she's just pseudo British then, right?
No,
Wait,
she's absolutely, totally,
She
100%
doesn't.
British.
She doesn't like Benny Hill.
She hates Benny Hill.
So when she gave up that card, did they have to boil it in tea, or like?
It just gets thrown in the harbor with the rest. No.
No. She's.
Well, that might be the Venezuelan overriding.
No. She's posh.
Oh, okay. No, I get it. With the accent that makes perfect sense. She's not allowed to enjoy Benny Hill.
No. She thinks Earl Grey tea is pretentious.
Yeah. Patrick Stewart's got a thing to say to her then, because it's always Earl Grey every day.
Yeah, and
every day he's gray.
She would pretty much have something to say back to him.
I don't know if that will show. They're glow in the dark. Let's see if I can make it dark. See, all sorts of nerding.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mine just aren't in here right now because
you have a whole cabinet full.
I have a bubblegum machine downstairs full of spares, and then I have like bags of bags, and then bags of bags. Well, for a while there was this vending machine that sold great big ones.
Mm-hmm.
And they were kind of crappy, but they were, $1 or $2 for a quarter, depending on how the machine spat. And I used to play Mage Night, where, you'd be at a big table, and this way everybody could see what I was rolling. Great fun,
yeah.
But yeah. And I sell, D10s are part of Big Stompy Robots, so, like, I have a jug of just D10s, and every so often I have to order those, because, when you're designing a mech game to have it fit in a Altoids tin, things happen. But yeah, this has been a good night. This has been a good night. I'm hoping.
Yeah. What's really weird is I hate to say this while we're still being recorded.
Say it anyways.
No, I'll hurt somebody's feelings.
I said it.
You know what? Without laying the groundwork, I am going to say, given a whole lot of conversations I've been having with a lot of people lately, it would be beneficial for some people. It would be a kinder thing for them to have their feelings hurt before they end up getting their feelings destroyed.
Yep.
And the fact that Blake's over there nodding, and it's not.
You gotta name names, no matter the situation. You gotta dash fame. You gotta. All right.
tonight's Stupid O'Clock was really fun because everybody got to input.
Oh, everyone got to talk this time around? That's awesome.
Yeah. It's almost like somebody was constantly poking a certain bubble.
And that's all I'm going to say about it. It was one of those things. It was one of those nights where everybody was on point. Everybody was just, it was a conversation, not a monologue.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to hear that.
Mostly.
And well,
mostly.
Yeah, well, I did talk a lot, but I tend to do that. Oh my God! One day at work last week, the new girl that has been put in charge of human resources as the second in command was told to follow me around and watch me do my job because there is no official job description for what I do. It's not even in the union contract, which it should be, because I'm a union member. You know, I depend on this for my retirement and
Chief Executive Ass Saver?
No, it's more like this is a guy that tells you when you screwed up and how badly.
Believe it or not, this is going to sound vaguely offensive, but it's hilarious. There is a term for that in Japan. And it's like Oki Gaijin, which translates to dumb stranger, usually referring to dumb American.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody is so polite, no one has the cultural room to tell the boss normally you're doing something stupid.
That's why I named my username for about 12 years Gaijin Tenshi, which if you're using the old Japanese means outsider guardian. So basic. So I understand.
That is a function I have been performing for 43 years now, and they know better than to ask me direct questions, because I will tell them when the emperor is wearing no clothes and how knobby his knees are and how many guys are going to laugh at him at the locker room because of personal shortcomings. And they know to expect that from me, so they don't ask me many questions. Oh, but no, this little girl, and she looks exactly like Brandy from LibertyCon did 20 years ago. I mean, she could pass for a sister. And I mean, I'm like, you don't have to walk behind me. You can walk beside me. You don't have to walk 3 faces behind me. I'm not Muslim, you know. Unless we're in a minefield, in which case you need to walk 3 faces ahead of me. But yeah, I know that's an old joke. I really hate to tell it. I really shouldn't. It's
an old joke. It just blows, man. I mean,
yeah, I know. Occasionally, but in some cases, not often enough. And not for the reason you immediately think, but you know, I have this problem with management because I really I am incapable of towing the company line, and if the emperor is wearing no clothes, I'm going to be the one that says, "Dude, your knees are knobby, and you might want to cover your nethers."
And they need that.
Well, yeah, but they're not willing to admit it. please, I could really go off on a rant here, but it would probably negatively impact Joe Dog, so I'm not going to do it.
Good. Good. See, that's nice. That's courteous. That's what you do on somebody else's channel.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're on mine now, so but
Yeah.
people have followed us. So I mean,
Mhm.
even though nobody's watching this right now, but we did have 6 likes, which is kind of a record for me. Uh,
Mm.
Heavenly Day. Let me see what is okay. We've got
You got to
about
push the button.
we got about a minute or less. I don't have the countdown in front of me. Here we go. 15 seconds. 10 seconds.
Thanks for having us on.
I know, it was fun.
Oh, it's not going to end except for the broadcast. We can stay here, but where's
And
the
now ends the broadcasting day of Last Man Standing.
Yes.
Ignore the dark figure outside your window. That is just a government-sanctioned observer. Continue with your day as if nothing's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending another episode of Last Man Standing. And watch the end credits and try and read quickly when they start scrolling rapidly.
It's like Star Wars, but on speed.
Very
And better
much. Better written. Thank you, Nick. And away we go.
I could never get over that, man.